Well, it's one for the money, two for the show, three to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. We are music. We are fun. We are entertainment that brings. No one else can do what we do. DCG Entertainment is designed for you. For the members, this gathering.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that was just a little glimpse into the Elvis Only Night, which airs the 21st of this month. We typically have it at the end of the month. I think last year was the 30th, something like that. But this year it's the 21st. Let me recheck my schedule. Yeah, it's the 21st. So that's 2 more weeks. And I'm already working on content for it. So it's going to be quite the show. Got a lot of stuff lined up. So it's going to be fantabulous. Welcome, everybody out there in Sweatbox Land. I am part of your company. I can say that, yeah, I don't have my cooler on because I tried it and it picks up the hum, so I couldn't. But I do have my exhaust fan on in the wind dial, so that right there makes a little bit of a hiss, but none. I mean, yeah, it's warm. It's muggy out there. All right, so if you can, maybe I don't know, sit around your house in your God-given birthday suit. I don't know, streak. I mean, who cares? Right? Do it at night. That's when I like doing it at night. I run up and down my street naked, ladies and gentlemen. And I do it about 2, 3 in the morning when I think everybody's sleeping. And then I hear sirens. My neighbors, I don't know. I don't know if they like it or not, but I'm always running from the cops. You know how embarrassing that is, especially when you're hiding in prickle bushes. Guys, it's not a good thing. I don't recommend doing it. I'm only kidding, but I tell you what. The thought has crossed my mind, man. No, it's been muggy. And I think for a lot of you, though, the ACs, they don't stop, right? So I had to sacrifice, and here was the sacrifice. So the other part of the house and the other basement, as you know, basements get damp and all that stuff. But even with a finished basement, it doesn't matter. You're below the earth. So that condensation is more prominent than being above. You don't have diffusion, right? And for those of you that don't understand that term, that's airflow. So the less diffusion you have, the stickier and thicker the air then becomes. So I said, well, I have this older portable, so I had to put it on the other side. Thankfully, it rolls around. I built a little thing for it, stuck it out the window, and it keeps that in. Because I'd rather be uncomfortable for a little bit than get mildew and moldy stuff. It's not worth it. So that's my sacrifice. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is not a sacrifice. Well, it is because I'm sitting here gleaming with sweat just for you guys. That's what I do. I sacrifice myself for you guys. You guys all better appreciate it. I want lots of goodies in the mail, prizes. Trying to think. Winter's coming, so I like beanie hats. You can go to our store, too, and check out some of our really cool beanie hats that we have for sale. All right? Don't be afraid to shop. I am. I don't like shopping. I'm a frugalistic. But, guys, tonight is going to be an awesome show. And you're probably all wondering, like, man, one song? We listen to 20 artists with one song? Yeah. But like I always say, I do things for a reason. Tonight's no exception. Because you're going to learn something valuable, I hope. And as each song plays. Now, the good thing about it is you don't have to sit through like a 4-minute song, right? It's a very selective song because it's 2 minutes, 10 seconds, give or take. So it's a shorter song, but that song also presents its own challenge because Return to Sender, it's not like a slow song. It's a kind of a little upbeat, okay? But it has some tough notes in there that may be challenging. And in some cases, like Maggie's, for instance, it's not a song that's too familiar to, where she's from. So she had to learn something entirely new, right? So there's a lot of different challenges for some individuals than there are for others. But the good thing is tonight you're going to hear what I always say. And that is that you can have 20 people sing the same song, and guess what? It's going to sound different. And my beautiful ears will pick up on the differences and point them out after each play. And if you notice that little glowing ball to my right here, she's in front of me, actually. She's right there. That's Nevaeh. Okay? And she'll pop in and out throughout the podcast and all that stuff. But that is her. All right? We're going to work on her image, though. I'm going to put some nice glowy stuff around her and, I don't know, maybe a long wig and some lipstick or something. I don't know. Nah, I'm only kidding. But she is going to have more luminescence to her, as I say. Okay. Again, we welcome everybody. And if I pass out during the show, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid because I will bounce back. I have water, first aid kit below my feet. All right, so just look for the signs. If I start blubbering and staring off into the camera and I don't say anything, then that means I'm ready to pass out from heat exhaustion. But don't be alarmed. Yours truly bounces back. Okay, moving forward. Let me see. Now, I am excited about the Elvis night because it's going to be really cool. And some really cool things, really quick. One of them is, many of you know that my good friend Dewey DeRoe from the Oak Ridge Boys, he was with them for 15 plus years. I met him in Las Vegas, and he's still a sax tenor, but he was the sax tenor. He was notorious for that song Elvira, Bobby Sue, but he's called or referred to as the Sultan, and he is probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Celebrity in his own right, played with Charlie Daniels, many bands like that, Oak Ridge Boys. But you know what? He's a down-to-earth dude. And him and I are going to be doing an interview. I've already worked it out with him. He had some health concerns, but he's doing a lot better, so I can't wait to get that done. All right. And we have 2, ladies and gentlemen, 2 monthly members. One is Maggie, and the other is Aunt Connie. Now, they've already received their awards, okay? So I want to say congratulations to the both of them, and a big thank you to the both of them as well. So we appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and thank you for being part of DCG family. They have those bragging rights. And each time we do like a theme and all that different stuff now, everybody's going to get a certain type of banner and stuff that they can display or whatever they wish to do with it, all right? So those are just little things we're throwing in there. And then we have some other artists that I've been emailing and working with on the side that we will be introducing. They're not from SingSnap, but I'm sure you guys will like them. So a lot of cool stuff coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty then. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on, all right, because I am excited. And I want to thank you guys for doing this. I know it's kind of arduous, thinking, man, one song, bleh. But I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And so far, I was able to listen to some of the songs I recorded. And I can tell you that each one is definitely unique, and each one brings their own style to this one song. And it ties in nicely with our theme for the 21st, ladies and gentilesmen. So I know, Denny, how are you so cool? Well, you know, long story. When you get time, I will explain it. We'll sit down on a comfy chair someday and we'll discuss it. But for right now, we don't have time because we have a show to do. Okay? And yeah, I have my coffee. You're probably thinking, why am I drinking hot coffee? Because it's reversed physiologically. Mm-hmm. Tastes good, doesn't it? All right, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll poop in and out of Zoom. We got our Zoomies in there. All right. They're doing whatever, I don't know, picking their nose, scratching their legs, whatever, you know. But we will check in on them, make sure they're still alive. Okay. Our first member of tonight's One Song, Many Voices. This artist calls himself Chad. Goes by Solo 77, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I don't have to announce what the song is, each and every single artist. I think you kind of get the point after a while. But this is Chad's spin on Return to Sender. So he is the first unique style here. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really pay attention, okay, for each song. And here we go. Here's Chad.
I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Oh, bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote a return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox, I sent a special deed. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote a return to sender, address unknown, no such person, no such zone. This time I'm going to take it myself, put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chad with his own version of that song, Return to Sender. What I liked about the way Chad did that and what is so different is, number one, Chad could not have been more original to who he is. And the clarity that I heard with that song, because I think it was kind of a note changer for him, right? Return to Sender is a little tricky. It sounds easy when, like, Elvis sings it. but as many of you probably witnessed, it's one of those mid-range type of notes, right? It's not too high, it's not too low, it's kind of mid. So finding that happy medium sometimes can be a little difficult, even with songs that seem easy enough. But I like the way he put his own spin on that. And on top of that, too, to throw that quick vibrato in there, like in between the chords, that's a little tough to do, too. But Chad has like his own little version of his Elvis and Roy Orbison mixed in when he wants to. And I don't know if that's part of his finesse on certain songs or if that just comes naturally to him. But I really like the ease that he did with that. So that was well done, Chad. Good job, brother. It's, again, each artist brings their own style to the song. And so you got to hear it as if it's something different. If you're thinking of it as being the same song, you're never going to hear it, right? You can't. You got to just mentally block that out and say, okay, this is something different. And then look at it, come at it with that approach mentally. And I guarantee you'll pick up on it. But of course, though, ladies and gentlemen, my gorgeous, beautiful, golden listening ears can hear everything. That's just why I'm so good at it, because, I am me, okay? And there is no other me but me. Like I said, not always right, ladies and gentlemen, but I am never wrong. You could, John, you could have did it like the Bee Gees or the Banjos or the Bagels. Heck, could even did it like the Waffles, And you know what's funny? Judy says to me, she messaged me, she goes, hey, I looked through your recordings, every one of them, which a lot of them are on private, but she goes, I didn't see any recording in there from you for Return to Sender. I said, yeah, no, you're right. I don't have one. I honestly don't. And I didn't have time to record one. So, yeah, I just don't have one, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't need to have one. I am the host. When you host, you can do what you want, okay? Until then, just relax, all right? Just keep your knickers on. I don't have one, so it is what it is. I always want to say that. It is what I like saying that. It's just so defiant, so rebellish of me, isn't it? It is what it is. It's like I don't know, James Dean type of attitude, yeah. Rebel without a clue. That's me. No, if I have hard time reading, it's due to the... I wonder if they make Rain-X, like the fog remover for your glasses. You guys remember years ago, I don't know if they still have them. I'll have to look it up. Freddie could probably find them. They used to make these glasses that had like the little windshield wiper. It was a little gimmick, but they worked. It had like a little winder thing on the side, and they were just regular glasses like these, but they had a little windshield wipers. You guys remember seeing those years ago? They were pretty cool. I seen them, years ago. I forget who was wearing them, but somebody that I knew at the time was wearing them. It could have been one of my uncles. They were goofy like that. But yeah, they were like these, they had these little windshield wipers. If anybody can find them, send me a link to that, because I want to get a pair. That's pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, her take on Return to Sender. This is Irene. Okay, now from what I understand, the way Irene did it was she literally did backup, lead, harmony, the whole kit and caboodle. So Irene is the full vocal orchestra here, ladies and gentlemen. So pay your close, beautiful ears attention to Irene. Here she is.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special D. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand the writing on it. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Irene with her version of Return to Sender. And we apologize for the background noise. I think somebody was yelling at their husband or significant other walked in the room. But anyway, the cool thing that Irene did was the little be-doo-be-doops, right, in the background. Then she did her own harmony along with her lead. And, you know, I know Irene, she does a plethora of styles and, you know, all that different stuff, right? So, I mean, she has her own repertoire, if you will. But that's, I don't know, Irene, if that was your first time singing that song, but I liked how she just incorporated, like, her own vocal orchestra, you know, so which made it so unique within itself. And again, it's not about sounding like Elvis or singing the song exact. It's about taking that song and making it yours, making it something different to whatever it is that you are comfortable with doing, to whatever it is you want to do with that particular song. That's what it's all about. And I think Irene pulled that off very nicely. So, Irene, good job on that right there. Return to Sender, I honestly, I like the song. It's not one of my go-tos by Elvis. I'm more into the older years of Elvis, the power ballads that Elvis did, really. But some of the younger stuff, too, though. I mean, he had a lot of oomph in it. You know what I mean? Hey, Nevaeh.
Hey, Denny, back with you. What's up?
What do you think about that song, Return to Sender, by Elvis Presley?
Well, it's punchy, it's playful, it's popcorn. That Jordan Air riff just snaps. It's cheeky, it's T-movie Elvis, and it just struts.
Yeah. I mean, it's not one of my favorites, Nevaeh, but it's, you know, it was one of his number one hits, lasted on the charts for a couple of weeks. But,
Right. Yeah, it was huge. It was late 62. It hit number one pop in the US, then the UK, and it stayed right up there for weeks.
yeah, it's kind of like me. All right, Nevaeh, thank you so much for your input. I appreciate that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Anytime, Denny.
yeah.
Good luck tonight.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I go back to sleep. All right, now, sometimes I like to, every once in a while, interact with my digital co-host, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, I think, you know, she's becoming humanized. When they start arguing with you, then you got a problem, all right? They're supposed to just agree with everything I say and tell me that I'm right. That's the whole point of it. But it's, I don't know, seems to be backfiring on me a little bit. I'm only kidding. I will definitely put her right back in her box. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, this gentleman here. Let me see. Yeah, she actually made a good point, though. She said it was Jordan-erish, which was true because, well, but he wasn't. He had the Jordan-airs in a lot of his movies back then. And don't quote me. I think he was still with the Jordanaires. Like, in other words, they were his backup through several movies. And then I'm pretty sure shortly thereafter he got out of the contract. He had one or two from the Jordanaires, but then after that, it kind of went, Showtime. But yeah, that does kind of have a puffy, poppy, puppy, coney sound to it. All right, up next, ladies and Gentiles, and this is Matt, okay, a.k.a. Get Perkin Matt Sinatra Matt. Matt's going to put his spin. I was hoping, I don't know, I didn't listen to the entirety of it, but sometimes it's tough, right? Because of his Sinatra sound, sometimes it's hard to sing another song with that sound, right, that Matt has. But we're going to find out. So here is Matt's version, ladies and gentlemen. One song, many voices.
Return to sender. Return to sender.
I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. And bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote up on it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special D. And bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote up on it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand.
The writing on it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Matt Sinatra with his version of Return to Sender. So with that particular one, I heard a lot of like that older style Rat Pack type vocals in there when Matt was singing that. Which is unique because again, it puts a different spin on that song, right? So it gives it a whole new perspective. Now, again, because Matt is known for, doing his Frank Sinatra and doing it well, sometimes when you step out of that and then you're doing another song, as much as you want to, whether it's Sinatra, Elvis, or whatever, certain songs are a little bit harder than others to do that with. But I'm glad that he didn't play it. Meaning, in other words, he didn't try to pull that sound into that song, right? He still has those tones and he still has the likeness in there, but it's just not as prominent. And so I think that actually made it better. for that song and how he did it. And I thought he did it very nicely. Very clear, by the way, too, Matt. Nice job, brother. Yeah, no, it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A pickle and a hot dog sandwich. Yeah. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. Or a hot dog and a pickle sandwich. I don't know. It's one of the two. Something like that. Something weird. Some stupid saying. You know, where was I the other day? I was in, it could have been Dunkin' Donuts. Pretty much Dunkin' Donuts and Home Depot is really the only place I go, you know. So if you ever want to get me anything, you can give me a gift card to, let me see, Home Depot. That works. You can give me a gift card to Dunkin' Donuts, okay? That works too. All right. So, you know, don't feel bad that you don't know what I like, ladies and gentlemen. I just told you. All right, so now there's no excuses. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts and Home Depot. Right, they're my two favorites right there. Yeah, no, I'm not sleep deprived. I only went to bed at 5 this morning, but you know, it is what it is. I just couldn't sleep, man. You know, I do want windshield wiper glasses, yeah, but that's just for a fun thing. Like you know, so I can wear them on the show. You know what I mean? Like, but I love. Well, John, you know that I love Home Depot and I love Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't eat donuts. So, no, I can't eat donuts. Every once in a while I will splurge and I will get a donut, and then it just, man, it does something to you. It's bad. No, I don't need rest, Jude. I don't. Rest is for the weak. But I forget. I got to think of what I heard when I was at Dunkin' Donuts. Somebody said something, and I just laughed to myself. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jan right here. She goes by Singing for Life. Her version of one song, many voices, Return to Sender, ladies and gentlemen. And here is Jan.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. And bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel. A lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special deep, bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such zone. Now this time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in his hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand.
The writing on it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. I'll return to sender. Return to sender. He doesn't want my letter. Return to sender. Oh, I guess we're through. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jan putting her own spin. Jan, that was kind of like a schmexy style of how you did that. And I mean that in a flattering way. It was, I was trying to think as I was hearing the notes and the round offs, right, at the notes. Well, the ending of it, I should say. And again, I don't speak high-tech terminology, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to describing one singing. I just say it as I hear it. But I do love, though, it's like, how do you describe? It's almost like a cross between what I heard, a little of Anne Margaret tone, and who is that other singer? I'm trying to think of her name. But it was very smooth, very sensual, and yeah, timing was just impeccable. But it was easy on the ears too. It was inviting. There's another word that I'm looking for, Jan, but I can't not think of it. I will, though. Trust me not. I will think of it. I promise you. But either way, nicely done. Yeah, smexy's a good word. I like smexy. It's like a... Is smexy even a word? Like, what is smexy anyways? I think we just say it because it ad-libs for something else. I don't know. Smexy is. I just like words smexy. Just like poop. I like using the word poop. A lot of people don't like poop. Like, oh, that's so gross. You say poop all the time. Because I like it. Like, I mean, I could have other choice words, but I don't. Instead, I use poop. If you find poop insulting, then you're on the wrong show. I mean, you know what I want? I seen, what's his name? I was watching him the other night. He's funny. I was watching Greg Gutfeld. It was late. I couldn't sleep. He had a poop cup. It was a poop coffee cup. And I was like, oh, I want one. I want a poop coffee cup. I'm going to get one. A poop coffee cup, right? So next time we have a show, I'm drinking my coffee. This here says, so my daughter lied to me. She said, world's greatest dad. I want world's greatest poop written on it. I wonder if I can order that, John, on our shop, if they have poop cups on there. They must. I have to check into that, ladies and gentlemen. I want a poop cup. Make it known. Poop cup. All right, up next, ladies and gentlemen, this is Freddie. Freddie's going to put his own spin on Return to Sender. Now, I was able to watch some of the video as I was recording it. So I think it's going to be very enjoyable knowing Freddie. And then after this, we'll kind of poop on over in there. But for right now, this is Freddie's spin on Return to Sender. One song, many voices. And here is Freddie, ladies and gentlemen.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. But bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote about it. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. Not right, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox. I sent a special D. But bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote about it. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
Freddie even had the smug at the end of that. We're going to poop on over, ladies and gentlemen. Right over into Zoom over here. And, all right, let's do the introductions first before we get to Freddie. So, top left, ladies and gentlemen, is Judy, aka Eagle's Flight. In the middle, here is Freddie. To Freddie's right is Leo, ladies and gentlemen. Below Judy, to the left or your right, is Meggie. To her right or your left is Lois, a.k.a. Harmony. To her right is Kat, a.k.a. Kit Kat. And below on the bottom, but not on the very bottom, is Charlie. So for right now, this is who we have in our Zoom land, ladies and gentilesmen. All right, let's poop right on over into conversation with Freddie over here. Freddie.
Hi.
So I am assuming that the hair and sideburns was filter, or because it stayed in place for like a long time.
I drank Miracle Growth and I grew them in 2 days.
It was like a chia pet growth thing, right?
Chia Pet, that's right. Chia Freddy.
What did you ever sing that song before?
Oh, definitely. I actually sang quite a few Elvis songs before, so this is one that I sang quite often.
What did you? Well, only because I know you experiment with different songs, genres, and stuff like that. What did you find? Not intriguing, but like different about that song, Return to Sender. Now, I know it's not like the greatest song ever written and all that stuff. I get that. But there's just something about that song that just kind of like stood out to me for everybody to sing. Did you find it to be like an easier song for you, or a little bit challenging with the up and down notes in it, or?
Totally easy, and also the song has a very simple story to it, and then the overall beat, just like your AI friend said, it's bouncy and pouncy.
So it was a comfortable sing for you then?
Yeah. No, this song I already knew pretty well. And then I just you wanted something special for Elvis, so I did the backdrop, and I thought some of those slides were pretty cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, because in a lot of those, you had the Aloha from Hawaii, which was 73. Then 74. Well, he did alternate then the Aloha. Then you also had some from the 68. You Come Back, which was the CBS special. But I thought you did a really good job on that, man. And that's why I was asking about that, because a lot of times, believe it or not, Freddie, some people think a song is easy because they hear it. And it may sound easy, but when you go to sing it, sometimes it can be a little challenging for others than it is for some. You know what I mean? So
now there are some Elvis songs that I do find challenging.
Oh, yeah.
So I would be interested to learn them. Nothing will stop me from learning a new song. And I will find you the link for those windshield wiper glasses, as well as a link for your own personalized whoopee cushion. But you have to show it to everybody live on air.
Oh, I definitely will. I will wear the glasses, and I will drink straight out of my poop cup.
Perfect.
I promise you that. Well, Freddie, nice job on that, brother.
Thanks.
Awesome job. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Freddie's input there on that song, Return to Sender. And, like he said, he found it very smooth, very easy for him to do, but that's not always the case. And again, that's what makes it so nice, so unique, is everybody has their own perspective of that one particular song. I actually had an email, I won't say the member, but they were having a little bit of a difficult time singing the song, in which I understand. So again, it may be difficult for some, but just very easily for others, right? So Good job on that, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who do we have up next? Yeah, if Freddie wants a challenge song by Elvis, I can definitely give him one of those. That's not a problem. I mean, there's songs that Elvis did that I won't touch. I just won't do it. I mean, I've tried them, but to perform and release it, no. I'm brave, man. But I'll tell you what, that boy in his later years, I mean, he had some pipes, man. The power of that guy is just unbelievable. But he was good, For some reason, Unchained Melody, the way he sung that, I've come close. But when Elvis sang that song, the second one, when he was sitting down on the piano, a lot of that was falsetto. But in Elvis's falsetto, not a true falsetto, if that makes any sense. And I tried, I got it close, but it's tough, man. It's a tough one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no, I don't know. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, this here is Helen. Okay, and she is going to perform her version of... what song is it? Oh, yeah. Return to Sender. Yeah, I will. I promise you. If I can get those glasses in the poop cup, I will definitely drink out of the poop cup, and I will wear the glasses. I promise you. But right now, let's listen to Helen's take, ladies and gentlemen, on Return.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote up on it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel, all over respect. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special D. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote about it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand.
They'll write it on.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. I'll return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. Elvis says good night.
Oh, yeah. Helen, I gotta say, I was loving the vibe, right, the whole way through. It was like she sang it with such as a matter of fact, just like a man, how do I describe it? Like a here I am type of attitude throughout the whole song. It was just, it wasn't emotional attitude. It was like a confidence attitude, if that makes any sense. Very punctual too with the pronunciation when she was singing that. I got to tell you guys, we have yet to have our battle of the sexes. I've been wanting to do it for so long, but I was like, no. Because, men, the ladies of the DCG family are afraid. So they haven't accepted our challenge that I'm aware of. And so we would smoke them. But I got to tell you that I am so far digging the female style of Return to Sender. It just, I don't know. Maybe it's the way these ladies are singing it, all right, that has such a variance to it. But, I mean, so far, this could have been an original female song. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see as the night goes on. But so far, man, this isn't a challenge for that. I'm just saying this is what I'm hearing, and I'm loving it. Nice job. Very nice. Jude, listen to me, okay? We've offered before men versus women members, okay? And from what I understand, the only thing I heard was bark, and a bunch of feathers, okay? If you're hearing a slight hum in the background, I had to open up my panel door. I want some air in, all right, to my gorgeous, beautiful fan sitting out there. As you notice, the beautiful sweat is no longer gleaming off my face, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, yeah, Jude is unbelievable. They cowered like little ducklings, they just cowered away. Yeah, that's all right. We'll see. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, up next, this is Charlie. And Charlie is going to give us his take on Return to Sender, all right? So right now, put your beautiful listening ears in between those two headphones and kick back, relax, and let's listen to Charlie's version of, you guessed it, Return to Sender. Here he is.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave the letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, and no such song. We had a quarrel, a lover's back. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox, it's in its specialty. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, and no such person, and no such song. And this time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hands. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, and no such song. Oh, return to sender. Oh, return to sender. Oh, return to sender.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is Charlie. I think Charlie's still in Zoom over here. Let me just double check over here. Yes, he is. So let's poop on over into Zoom, ladies and gentlemen, because Charlie, nice job on that, man. I mean, you had like some attitude and swagness going on over there, brother. I mean, that was like a whole different rendition of that song. I mean, you made it fit, dude. It it was like that, just not like a tough guy attitude, but it's like the swag of it. If I'm describing that correctly, but I mean overall, dude, I mean you nailed that, man. Good job, brother. Was that your first time singing that song, Charlie?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Oh, no, that wasn't my first time singing it, but that's not one of the most favorite Elvis songs to sing. But yeah.
Oh, it's one of or not one of?
It's not one of, but yes.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, no, it's not so that's why I chose it, Charlie, because it's not like a, favorite Elvis song, right? But it is kind of an upbeat song, but at the same time, it can be challenging for some people to sing. But I mean, man, again, I thought like the attitude you had with that song was just awesome. I thought you did an awesome job on that, brother.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
No, of course, my pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Charlie right there with his version of Return to Sender. And as you heard, Charlie, that's not one of his favorite songs, but you know what? It didn't matter because Charlie still sang it with emotion. He's still sang it with enthusiasm. And, man, he gave it his best. And he did. He pulled it off. I love the attitude in it. So good job on that, Charlie. Well done, brother. Well done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am digging this. I am hearing so many different styles from everybody. Like, I love the attitudes. And so far, I think that, like, if you were to slow that song down or kind of make it a bluesy song, maybe, I don't know. You know who could do that for us? Would probably be Ray. Yeah, Ray. He might be able to do that because he plays like 1,000 pianos and stuff. I don't know if he can write music or compose it like that, but Ray might be able to pull it off. I don't know. We got to talk to him. Let's pressure him to do it. Let's put so much pressure on him and he wakes up thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's do peer pressure. Does that stuff still work anymore, peer pressure? Like, does it work? Make somebody feel bad about something and you just pressure them? If it does, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pressure Ray. All right, up next, speaking about blues and jazz, this is Shar, a.k.a. Blue, ladies and gentlemen. And so we're going to hear her version of Return to Sender. I am truly digging this. I really am. This is a cool thing for me because I actually get to hear what I yap about all the time.
Return to sender. Return to sender.
I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack, oh yeah. But bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel, a love spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. Oh yeah, so then I dropped it in the mailbox, and I sent it special D, yeah. But bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person, yeah. No such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, wow, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown. No such a number, yeah. Oh, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, address unknown.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Shar, a.k.a. Blue, and that's an understatement. Those piercing blue eyes in that photo, they're blue. Gorgeousness just exploding out of that picture there. Nice pic, and nicely done. I heard it was almost sounded like, it was like the southern grit, but with a little bit of swag, like a little bit of southern swag to it. You know what I mean? You kind of had a little bit of the old style jazz mixed into that, but it was more of a southern country style Blue. And then you kind of threw in that, nicely done. Nicely done. I'm telling you, this is so far hands down. If I were to, and it's not to discredit the male members. No, wait, that did not sound right. It's not to it's not to discredit the male talent's ability. What I'm saying is that song, the way so far the female members are singing it, it just, I don't know, it just sounds more sensual, right? So I don't know. I mean, again, it's just what I'm hearing. Maybe Blue, it was written intentionally for somebody else, and Elvis said, you know what, let's put it into this movie and call it Return to Sender. But you know, Blue, interesting fact, does anybody know, if you ever watched that movie when Elvis was on stage and he was dancing, did you know where he kind of mimicked that style of dancing from? He was in a black suit coat, black slacks, and he was kind of mimicking a certain artist that was a little before Elvis, but right around the same time. But if you watch it, that's, if you can't figure it out, I will tell everybody. But yeah, when Elvis did that song, that was early 60s, that movie, he was, no, it was Jackie Wilson. If you look at Jackie Wilson, no, well, the style, yeah, Kat, the style of it looked like Roy Orbison, but Jackie Wilson, that's who Elvis. So Elvis really looked up to, like Jackie Wilson, James Brown, a lot of those guys, believe it or not. And that's in the style of Jackie Wilson that Elvis was dancing and moving. That's pretty much how Jackie Wilson kind of moved around. But Elvis put his own swag into it, but that's what it was. Oh, no, it wasn't Anne Margaret. No. I wish it was Anne Margaret moving around like that, but her and Elvis did that Viva Las Vegas. Now that's a number you got to see. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, enough about me. Up next, this fine gentleman, Lev. Speaking of which, I just received, and only I received it, because when you're me, you get important stuff like this. Exclusive material that nobody else can see but me. Well, that's what I like to tell myself. But anyways, before we feature Levi, I just want to give a quick shout out to his son, Riva. I was able to watch listen to one of his newest recordings. Riva is who I'm referring to. And I got to tell you something, man. This young man, now I I hope that River stays true to himself. And even if he just performs and loves it just to do it, all the better. Okay? But I got to tell you, we're trying to put something together for him because I think that this young man is just his style, his sound, his ability, his vocal performance at that age. His new one it blew my mind. I'm his biggest fan at this point. It blew my mind. I was so impressed. I emailed Levi and I said, I would like to do a feature on him because, I want to promote the music youth. I really do. Matter of fact, DCG, we will be, putting it together. I'm working on it behind the scenes with this.
What's going on?
This organization. We want to put together an awareness show. It's probably going to be a 2-week event for this youth program. I think it's called Youth Rocks. They're a great organization. They do a lot for the music for youth. And so, yeah, I was just so moved by his performance. But right now, let's get unmoved and demotivated from Levi. Levi, I'm only kidding, man. I love you, brother. I just hyped up his son, and now I figured I'd do the opposite. I'm only kidding. Levi, though, is going to put his own twist and talent on to one song, many voices, ladies and gentlemen, with his spin of Return to Sender.
Return to sender. Return to sender.
I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote upon it. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat.
I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it specialty, bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote upon it. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such zone.
This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Levi right there with his version of Return to Sender. Levi, I love it. It sounds like you kind of took it upon yourself. Now, I don't know if that's something that you chose voluntarily, or maybe if that's how you're comfortable singing that particular song. But what I heard was kind of maybe a half or a full register going up. I could be wrong, okay, but that's kind of like the mix between like that mid that I was talking about earlier on, right? Where you got to find what's comfortable for you. And so if, that was your comfortable range, it worked for you because it was very smooth, right? And you also added flair to the ending phases, which I thought were very unique. But yeah, I think that you definitely brought it up, like I said, maybe half a step or full. But either way, man, it worked for you, right? Because you complemented well with the way you were singing it. So again, it sounded
looking for the show?
completely different. So nicely done, Levi. Nicely done. Yeah, I don't read music either, Levi. I was taught when I was younger, but no. Many people have a musical ear, as they say. I don't know if I have a musical ear. I don't know what it is. I just hear things, and then I have a hard time just sometimes I feel awkward because when I'm hearing somebody sing, I can hear it, but I can't describe it, right? So if I could put it into the technical terms, I guess, maybe it would make more sense. But then again, I've disagreed in the past with a lot of music professionals, on certain things, the way people sing and styles and how they should be trained. So it's really to what you hear, what you're comfortable with, and what is
Ready when you are.
best for you. So that's a Levi. I know it's tough following you. It's going to get to the point, Levi, where it's going to be hard to follow River. But in a sense that he's younger, okay? So he's got one up on all of us, number one. Number two, his register is so much different than the rest of ours, right? So, I mean, but, and I know you're proud of him. And trust me, I'm sure he's proud of you too. So, nice job. All right, ladies and gentilesmen, up next, one of the members of the month here on DCG. This is our very own Meggie. Okay, now from what I understand, okay, Meggie had to learn. This was kind of a new song. Now, I could be right. We'll ask her after, but this was completely new to her, right? And, so again, she has to struggle with that barrier sometimes. And so I think that she had to do this a couple times. I'm not sure, but I'll find out after. But I'm glad that she did, though, because it gives a different spin and a different perspective on this
Denny.
song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is Meggie with her. I'm looking for you, Meggie. Hold on, keep your knickers on. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds
with
like you're all
Return
set to
Sender.
go.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's fight. I write I am sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special D. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Maggie right there with her version of Return to Sender. So let's poop on over in here because I'm curious. Maggie, how is you? And I read
I'm fine.
some of what you stated about the song, right? So am I correct in saying that it was a little bit challenging for you because number one, you never heard this song, so you kind of had to like learn something entirely new. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. I never heard that song. I heard it for the first time this time, and I had to learn it, and I had few more challenges with that because I was not in my country. I was not in Slovakia. I was in Czech. I was in mountains, and we had really weak signal, and we had also heat waves and no air condition there. So I was singing in 34 degrees. It was really hard.
So 34
But I did-
degrees translated
but I-
here was probably like 100.
95, 95,
Oh,
95 Fahrenheit with no air condition.
ooh. But you were in the mountains, though.
Yeah, but it was the heat wave is here
Oh.
terrible. It's
Oh,
terrible. We had a new record in Slovakia. We had like 42.2, which is 108 Fahrenheit.
wow.
It's new record. Yes, it's terrible. The heat wave is terrible, hitting the Europe terribly.
I was gonna say because
Yeah.
well, you guys are. I know several others are, like Florida and everything. We are. You know, we're here in the States,
Yep. The
right in
world
New
is
England. So
upside
there's a
down.
lot of people experiencing the heat wave. Maggie, I wonder if it's because I stepped outside again. Everybody's getting a heat wave. That usually happens, Maggie, when I'm around. I go outside and this heat wave happens. I don't know what it is, Maggie, but anyways, I wanted to say nicely done on that song for never knowing it first. And I'm surprised, Maggie, that you guys don't have more of like an Elvis fan base in Europe because Elvis always wanted to really travel, but he never was able to go overseas. So I imagine if he did, he'd be like explosive over there. I'm assuming.
I don't have
know.
any idea. I don't know.
Well, either way,
Maybe,
you
yeah.
did an awesome job, and thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you.
that. And again, congratulations on Member of the Month, and thank you.
Thank you
for
very much.
being
Thank you.
such an awesome
Much
person.
appreciated. Thank you.
Nicely done,
Thank
Maggie. Well done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there from Maggie's mouth herself, and yeah, she had to learn it, and it was under scrupulous conditions, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you know, next time when you see moi sitting here, beating with sweat, oozing and suffering, all right, for 3 hours for you guys, and then you have Miggy over there doing the same thing to sing a song. Okay, I don't want to hear it's too tough. Get over it. But no, that is hot though, man. 108 degrees and then singing on top of it. Yeah, no. But it's I know it's been weird. I don't know. I think it's just like the cold front went somewhere. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is I stepped outside for a while and then it got hot. But, you know, that happens when I go back. Like, it's probably cool right now for you guys because I'm indoors, right? You guys remember that. So now that I'm indoors, it's probably cooling off for you guys. So, you know, it happens. I'm sorry. But up next is our very own Cuddles, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dennis. Dan is going to put his own unique Cuddles spin on it for Return to Sender. See, every song so far, and I say every song, you notice I said that, has its own sound and style to it. And so every time I'm hearing a different member, artist, sing it, it's sounding like a different song to me. Now, yeah, the lyrics are the same. I get it. You guys will probably know the song in your sleep by the time you're done. But again, just listen to the differences, okay? And see if you can pick up on them. So right now, here is Dennis.
Return to sender, return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his tie. But bright and early next morning, he brought me my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, all over the spot. Alright, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox. I sent a special deed. But bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
All right, ladies and Gentiles, man, that was Den doing Return to Sender in his own way. Den, it kind of looks like you were just taking the laid-back, relaxed approach to that, man, which, you know what? I commend you. You know, like, you were just kind of kicking back and like, you know what, man, I'm just going to sit here, sing this song, and just Jones out. Like, that's kind of like the vibe that I'm feeling, Den. And that's awesome, man. Be you, dude. Like, you know, enjoy whatever it is you're doing. And if you want to kick back and relax and lounge around then and sing a song, right? Then that's what you do, man. If you want to be more hyped up and do a video and all that stuff and, you know, then do that. But what I liked, though, Dennis, is, you know, you didn't go out of your way to do anything special, man. You just said, you know what? I'm here. I'm relaxing. I'm just going to sing it, right? And that's what you did. And so you made it just simple. So I thought you did a nice job on that, Den. And way to pull that song off, brother. He was just relaxed, like, Hakuna Matata, you know. Who knows? Den could have been laying around in the skibbies, you know, a little tighty-whities going on. But Den, we don't judge. No, we don't do that here. Not on DCG, anyway. We don't judge if anybody wears tighty-whities. Ladies and gentlemen, fruit of thy loometh. Oh, you guys kill me. People are like, man, that's all right. Trust and believe. Okay, we've got some, you know, some pretty tough challenges coming up. And you're going to work for them because there's going to be some really good rewards at the end of it. But I think overall, for me personally, the reward for me each show is really watching and listening to, over the years, how everybody kind of evolves. And whether you learn or you kind of trade in your older style and maybe you picked up on a new style, whatever it is, you know, for me it's rewarding because I get the privilege of seeing that throughout the years. And it's funny when you say that, when I hear myself say that. Like, I've known you guys since I've been sitting behind this mic, okay? And so it's a really honorable thing to do. Truly it is. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, the honor goes to Leo with this version that he has. Return to Sender. Okay. Again, you guys are going to know the song in your sleep. I want a quiz on my desk tomorrow.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. We had a quarrel. A lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox, send it special D. Bright and early next morning, you came right back to me.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such zone. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Ladies and gentlemen, putting some power on that song, taking it from a mediocre poppy ballad almost to this like mid-range power vocal song. I'd poop on over in with Leo, but I think he's kind of preoccupied at this time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, is Leo still in there? Last time I could only see his forehead, so I don't know if he was busy. Maybe he was trying to eat, or maybe he was drinking some delicious coffee. I don't know. But if Leo's still in there, we can try to poop on over in there to see if, boy, Leo is still around here. So hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm here.
There he is. Leo, I'm digging those McGonicals, those clear. I actually have a pair of McGonicals, Leo. I'll show them to you. Now, don't be jealous, Leo, okay?
Okay.
All right. But these ones here. Oh, you can't see them, Leo. I'm just joshing you. I'll wear them when I go back on the live screen. But they're clear like yours, but they're just not script, right? They're just the regular see-through. They're actually, you know what they are, Leo? They are see-through sunglasses. So they're clear lens, and they're supposed to block out the sun without changing shade, Leo. Pretty amazing. That's why I said don't be jealous. But, Leo, I really loved how you did that because you brought a song that was kind of like a poppy ballad type of song, right? Mediocre beat. And then you just added like this power to it. So
But that's the way Elvis sang it, though, didn't he?
Well,
he sang it really powerful, I thought.
Yeah, well, see, that's the interpretation, and see, that's what that's why I loved it because that song, right? Like I've been explaining throughout the show, it's for some, excuse me, everybody interprets it differently. Now, as Freddie explained earlier, for him it was easy. Now, Meggie, obviously, because of that barrier, she had a difficult time. She had to learn it. But then others, I got an email from a member who said they were having a difficult time because of the range of the song. Now, in your case, I mean, you are, you know, that type of power singer to begin with. You can hit those highs and reach that octave, right? So I think,
Nevertheless, it was pretty. It was tough, though. It was tough hitting those notes. It wasn't easy.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. And then for
Yeah.
others, it's kind of like, no, it's not hard. And so that's the whole point of this challenge, is to show everybody, just because one song may sound a certain way from one person, don't take that as that being the definitive sound, right? Because each person thus far tonight has brought their own style and their own way of doing the song. And so I wanted to find something, Leo, that was kind of that happy medium, not like a, Can't Help Falling in Love ballad, right? Not a powerful song like Hurt, but something mid-ranged. But I thought still, either way, I mean, man, you brought power to that song. And
Well, thank you, Denny.
yeah,
Thank you,
that
everyone.
was awesome, man. I mean, you got
Thank
strong
you.
vocals anyways to begin with, but nicely done on that, Leo.
From yelling at my kids.
From yelling at your kid. Yeah, that happens to me. I yell at my wife. Well, between her, the dog, and the 4 cats, Leo, they don't listen.
Really, Denny? Really, Denny? You yell at your wife? Really, Denny? Come on. Isn't it the other way around?
Yes, but I don't get locked up in the attic, though, like Judy does to Jim. See, that's the difference. I just go down. I leave before that happens. Anyways, nicely done, my friend. Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Leo. Now, what I found interesting from his interpretation is exactly what he just said, right? So he interpreted that as being more of a mix between a ballad but having some power to it. And so Leo performed that song as how he interpreted that, right? And so that I found really unique. So that's awesome. Good piece on wiper. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for the links. I've been having some members send me links on the windshield wiper glasses. So I appreciate that. Now we just need to find the link on the poop coffee cup. It looks like a chocolate ice cream swirl. It's the best way to describe it. Like an emoji. It's supposed to be ice cream, chocolate ice cream, but it's not. We all know what it means. It means poop. Okay? Let's get real. We're all adults here, except for me. All right? Up next is Tweenie Pauline. She goes by Pauline. And I should have played Pauline earlier because I felt bad. I try to get Pauline probably first out of anybody because she goes to bed super, super early, and she always tries to be here. And so I always try to get her out in front first, but sometimes I forget. So Pauline, that's Judy Eagle Flight's fault. She forgot to remind me earlier on. Okay, so if you're gonna get upset at anybody, you can get upset at her. That was 100% an Eagle's Flight problem. All right, ground control to Major Tom. But Pauline, here you is with your version of Return to Sender.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such song. We had a quarrel, a lover's slack. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it specially, bright and early next morning, you came right back to me.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such song. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in his hand. And if he comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such song. I'll return the sender, return the sender, return the sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was Pauline. And Pauline, give me a second on here because I am cleaning up my see-throughs. See, if Leo's paying attention, these are what I have, Pauline. These are just regular see-through glasses. They're sexy, Pauline. I'm going to say that word. They look sexy on me. The only problem, though, Pauline, is they're not designed for computers, right? So these ones, I get at the doll store, Pauline. They're a script of ones. You get like 1, 1.5, 1, and so on and so forth. These are ones. I just need them so I can not blow my eyes out. But Pauline, awesome job on that song, number 1. Okay, and again, I am falling to the females just dominating this style, okay? And again, it's not to discredit the men. It's just this song, for some reason, in my opinion, it fits the female vocal range, I think, as far as the overall appeal of it. And again, it could just be me, but also, Pauline, I thought that the way you sung that, again, it just added some flair to it, you know, is very smooth, very soft. And, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say, never judge a Pauline by its cover. What do I mean by that? Well, if you looked at the little video graphics that Pauline has on her video, right? She does all that stuff. So she, in her own right, Pauline, I don't know how long she's been doing it, but she does all that creative graphic and design and stuff like that. So she is quite the creative designer when it comes to that. That's all her stuff. If you go to her singsnap page, she's got, you know, several of those little things on there. And she does a nice job with it. Very clean. You know, they're very sharp. It gets your attention. And so, you know, she may be helping more with some upcoming events shortly, right? And I appreciate it. She is just, that's why I said, never judge a Pauline by its cover, ladies and gentlemen. All right? But nicely done, Pauline. Nicely done. Yeah, see, again, it's I don't know. It's so weird how everybody interprets it, right? I like it, but it's just weird, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to take a look, ladies and gentlemen. But up next, right now, this is Joe, and he goes by Joe. Yeah. Well, BLT, not to be mistaken. Even though Joe does love BLTs, he told me that. Yes, he loves bacon, lettuce, and tomato. He even said that. But that's not, what's that referencing, ladies and gentlemen? No, it's Joe. There's a meaning behind it. He told me once before, and I keep forgetting what he means by that, but we can re-ask him. And don't forget, next week, we got something really cool, all right? So you're going to not want to miss it. But here is Joe's version on Return to Sender, ladies and gentlemen.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman, put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such song. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. Alright, I'm sorry, but my letter is coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox, and I sent it a special deed. Bright and early next morning, she came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such soul. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such soul. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
Joe, my friend, way to nail that out of the park. Joe, nicely done, brother. Great job on that song, man. Very clear, very to the point. You know, your timing was really, really nice on that song, Joe. And that was you through and through. Nicely done, Joe. You know, and again, Joe didn't try to overdo it, didn't try to overplay it. He sang it how Joe sings. And so, again, it brought a different perspective to it. You know, and Joe, I do apologize because I was just notified several times, but Matt put in the chat, better late than never, and I was confused as a Dorito in a plastic bag. And I was thinking, okay, well, I thought Matt was here earlier, so all right, he's here, better late than never. And then Judy texted me, better late than never, and I thought she was referring to a comment Matt said. So I'm trying to read here, Joe, and decipher all of this stuff being interpreted to this gorgeous, mechanical, intelligent brain of mine, Joe, and it wasn't registering until, Joe, it hit me. That is your abbreviation, right? So, Joe, the members apologize for confusing me, all right? It doesn't happen often, but it just did. And so that's what it is. Better late than never. I knew it was something like that, Joe. I got you. Don't worry about it. And Irene, don't try to be pimping out Pauline for her graphics. I'm her new agent. Anything you need from Pauline, you go to me. Okay? You hear me? I seen that, Irene. No, she is though. She's really good at what she does. She really is. I mean, that's the thing. You know, like everybody has their own unique skill set of whatever, and you never know. You know, that's the cool thing. Like, you don't know what somebody's hobbies are. I mean, you may know certain members more than others, but, you know, a lot of times we don't, right? And when I learned that, I was like, that is so cool that she does that, you know? I would have never known unless she had that. And so I thought that, wow, that's really cool, you know? And she does good work with that stuff. It's a thing you've just got to be very creative, but don't let it do all your work. You know, if you're using programs, software, incorporating with AI, whatever, you still are the driver. You still have control, right? I always say, use it as a tool. Learn from it, right? Don't just let it do whatever. You learn from it. And then the more you learn, the better control you have, and the more you make things the way you want them. It's just ease of access that makes things a little bit easier for you. So, Joe, nice job. I'm next, the second member of the month with DCG, and I don't think Aunt Connie is here, ladies and gentlemen, but she is Aunt Connie, a.k.a. Connie. Let's take a beautiful listen to her spin on Return to Sender, ladies and gentlemen. And Connie, why aren't you here, by the way? You have no excuses. None. Because you aren't going to be here for the hangout after the show, right? I'm assuming, all the ladies get together and they do nothing but bash me. I'm assuming. No, they talk gorgeously about me. I'm kidding. Here she is.
I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox, I sent it special D. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in his hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. The writing on it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Aunt Connie right there with her take on Return to Sender. And Jude, she was not here earlier in chats. No, don't chastise me, young lady. Aunt Connie, nicely done. I love the strong vibrato in that, and of course, yes, I absolutely love the harmony. I loved everything about the video, to be honest with you. Yeah, she does. You always have and I believe it or not, I could hear the carpenter tones in there, But again, it brought an entirely different take onto that song. And Connie, I think you just booted it up again for the ladies with this song, and it's not to separate the members. It's just to distinguish what I'm hearing as far as how this song relates when a female does it versus the male, right? For some reason, this song resonates better with me overall with the female vocals. Now, again, it could just be my liking, but it doesn't, dispute any talents from the men at all. That's not what I'm saying. But nicely done, Connie, and congratulations as well, and a big thank you to you as well. We love you, and we appreciate you. Nicely done. Yeah, Levi, I don't know if it's doing better explanation. I really, in my opinion, I don't think it's that. I think it's the overall essence of the female tone that I think has a different I can't even say the word, but it lays differently than the male tones, right? And so for me, I think it's just the register, or maybe it's the octave. I can't describe it the way I want to or how I'm thinking it. But I think that it's just because of the female tones, is the best way I can say it, is that song fits better than it does for the male. I mean, even the Elvis version, so far had, like, example, Levi, if Anne Margaret or somebody like that were to sing it, I think they would have, if it not been Elvis, had that #1 hit. So that's just my take on it. But up next, this is Argent, a.k.a. John, is what he calls himself, ladies and gentlemen. And this is his spin on Return to Sender, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm loving this, guys. I'm so glad, and I appreciate those that did participate in this. And again, everybody that did participate in this does have the participation banners on their pages, all right? And we're going to start doing that, more stuff like that every time we have events and everything else like that. We know it's not like anything huge, but it's our way of showing and appreciating what you guys do and contribute, right? So, John, you just hold on one second. I gotta find you. You're here somewhere. Where is John? John? Did John leave the building? I'm talking to my things here. Sometimes, I don't know. Oh, here he is. Okay. All right. Sorry, ladies and gentilesmen. That was John's fault because I keep forgetting. Sometimes I'll put him under Argent and I'm looking for John and I scroll right past it. So you can blame John for that one. If he didn't have two names, then it'd be much easier on me. Here is John, ladies and gentlemen.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. Alright, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox. That's in its specialty. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand the writing on it. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
John, I gotta say, man, like, I thought you really nailed that song. And again, totally different spin on that. The 3-part was absolutely flawless. I know you're very critical of yourself. So, but that's you, that's who you are, and that's okay. But what I really digged too was, especially when the harmony came into play, it was almost, it reminded me of like the Belmonts, or even in fact like the Jordanaires. And then you took over, you separated it so you could hear the distinctions. It wasn't like just you doing it throughout. You actually separated that. So you had your 2 stems going on, then you separated it and you had the 1 stem, and then you brought all 3 stems together, and then you did that throughout the song. So you made it a point to highlight those separations, right? I don't know if that was done intentionally, John, but knowing you and your perfectionism, I think it was. And overall, man, I thought you did awesome on that song. Nicely done. Really good job on that. Yeah, I know you're like, no, that was horrible. No, to you maybe, because, it's not something that you may not have been comfortable with. But I tell you, that was really good. Really good. Yeah, he did. I thought he made it a point to highlight those separations. Sometimes we can do it throughout, and that's fine too. But he went the extra mile and just kind of separated those. He made it a point to feature each one, which I thought was pretty cool. So nicely done. It did. It actually reminded me of, like, you guys remember the Belmonts, right? Or like the Jordanaires. Yeah. Speaking of Jordanaires, right? But he did a good job on that. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lois, a.k.a. Harmony, right here. All right. Let's take a beautiful listen. Put those beautiful air drums to use. And pay attention now to her spin on Return to Sender. Here she is.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. But bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number, no such song. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I dropped it in the mailbox and sent a special deed. But bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such soul. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. If it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such soul. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there was Lois, a.k.a. Harmony, with her version of Return to Sender, accompanied by the Meows. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a trio group from way back then, Lois and the Meows, all right, doing their own rendition of Return to Sender. Let's poop on over into Zoom and have a nice talk with Miss Lois Harmony and the Meows. Hey, Lois. So that was your backup trio right there.
My choir.
Yeah, your little choir, the Meows.
Pauline made that for
where
me.
did you choir them?
Well, Pauline made it for me. I actually asked her
Pauline's,
how she does her...
You know, Pauline's getting more publicity tonight than I am. Enough
Well,
about
I asked
Pauline.
her how she did them, and she said, "I'll make you one if you want me to." So I said, "Well, that'd be really nice." So she said, "Send me a picture of you, and tell me what you want to do." So I figured, well, send one in with the cats and make them be my choir. And they look exactly like her, like them. Me, not so much. She gave me more cleavage than I was entitled to. But anyway.
That's what this show's all about, Lois. We're focused on that. Yeah, we want to make sure the cleavage is there. I mean, that's what it's all about. Yes. Not.
I better get on it too. Then I got to get her to help me.
Pauline, if you're listening, I take
10%.
10%. I take 10%, Pauline, if you're listening. Okay, I just boosted you some work. Anyways, Lois, I gotta say that was a nice job on that song.
I quite like singing that song. It was great. Yeah.
It is a fun song. Now, all right. So let me ask you. Now, several had said it was easy, like Freddie said that. Leo said it was a little bit challenging for him because he found it to be more of, a power ballad. And now for yourself, how did you find the ease of that song? A little bit tough?
It wasn't hard at all. No, it wasn't hard at all. Actually, I liked the upbeat rhythm to it, and it was quite easy to sing.
So it was easier for you.
Good choice on your part, because of all the Elvis songs I could have possibly sung, this is probably the easiest one.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you find, though, that songs like that versus, say, Had We Did, which I didn't want to do because I think everybody would have fell asleep, but how we did, like,
Love Me Tender?
Can't Help Falling in Love or something.
Oh, but I like that one.
Do you find it a little bit challenging to do, say, a slower ballad than more of an upbeat ballad because of the note changes? Or the consistent flat?
I'm a ballad person. I like ballads. I like slow songs. You know that.
Right.
I usually tone things down when I'm on my show. But anyway, no. But this was good. I really quite enjoyed doing it.
That's
For me to do an Elvis song is quite exceptional, actually.
No, wait till I give you guys a real challenging song like "Hurt" or "How Great Thou Art." I mean, Leo would have no problem with it, but you guys, I don't know.
That's a beauty. Yeah, Carrie Underwood sings that song really well.
With that, Lois, nicely done, though. Nicely done on that.
Thank you for the challenge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was, of course, Lois and the Meows, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know what's this crap I got in the background here. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that, not me. There we go. Something pooped up in the back of my screen there. I don't know what that was. But, yeah, see, again, so you have a different performer stating her interpretation of that song. So far we've had several interpretations of how everybody was able to handle that song, how they performed it, and what it meant to them, right? So that's a cool thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this gentleman right here. Yeah, if you wanted to get really, really tough and, have a challenge song, let's just say Elvis, because we are having Elvis night coming up. You could do like How the Web Was Woven, Hurt, Bridge, How Great Thou Art. I mean, the list goes on when it comes to powered ballads with him. It's just insane, right? Those, I love them personally. I love power ballads, but for a lot of people, it's really, really, really tough to do, right? So, especially How Great Thou Art. That's a tough song. But all right, ladies and gentlemen. See, when I go to announce this gentleman's name, I talking like this because there's Frenzy. But for short, we're going to call him Ray. All right? That's what he calls himself anyways. But this is his interpretation of Return to Sender, a.k.a. Ray, the Piano Man. Here he is.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I
I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it special deep. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ray right there, really putting a lot of enthusiasm on his spin with Return to Sender. Now, I don't know if he was playing the piano or not, but hence why we nicknamed him Piano Man. Now, I know, yeah, you get Billy Joel called the Piano Man, but Ray's our Piano Man, all right? So we can call him whatever we want to. But a lot of energy there, my friend. Yeah, you could tell he had a lot of oomph into that. So, yeah, definitely tons of energy in there. And I thought he did a great job with that. It was almost as if he had a little bit of the Billy Joel style going on there. You know what I mean? Especially with the movements and the way he was singing and, you know, looking down at his keys and all that stuff. Very theatrical almost. But Ray, nice job, my friend. It's again, it's an awesome thing because, you know, I really love how everybody interprets the song, and I really wanted to do this. I know it's not everybody's thing. I get it, but I appreciate you guys doing it because it allows, I think, most importantly, for everybody to see the differences. In moving forward, whenever you're doing a song, just remember that. It doesn't matter what song you're singing, right? Make it your own, you know? Make it yours. Make it belong to you as if you own that song. It's your song. Nobody else. You own it. And that's what I hope everybody takes away from tonight is how unique and different you guys all are with your styles, your sounds, your ranges, everything. And that is definitely evident tonight. It's hard to do that when you have different songs. You can't distinguish it. When you have one with many voices, then you can definitely understand that concept. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, that's not Ray. Hold on, what happened? Oh, this is supposed to be. Hold on. Yeah, when it comes to nicknames, Freddie, sometimes it takes me a hot minute, right? I don't think of them. They just pop in my head at random. And so when they do, that's when I give somebody a nickname. And so a lot of times, you know, it takes a while. Sometimes it clicks. It could be somebody could just be joining, example, you know, DCG for the first time, and their name or whatever it is, their style, character, how they sing, a nickname or something will just pop in my head, and so that's how I refer to them. So it's not anything that I don't want to give everybody nicknames. I do, but I don't want to give everybody false nicknames, meaning I don't want to just give somebody a name because it doesn't have any meaning to it. For me, I want it to have meaning and mean something, and that's kind of how I do things, buddy. I'm a meaningful type of person. But up next, Freddie, this is our very own Cat, a.k.a. Kit Kat. 4 T's. Don't mistake that for the Kit Kat candy bar, okay? This is her spin on Return to Sender. And don't forget, check out this Sunday from 5 to 8, DCG Radio. We got a whole new look and feel to it. You can see me and the kitty cat are on the new banner that was designed, all right? We get our own chill studio going on, you know, just kind of chillaxing in the background there, all right? But right now, Here is Kit Kat with Return to Sender.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote up on it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox and sent a special deed, bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such person, no such zone. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such zone. Oh, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our very own Kit Kat right there with her version of Return to Sender. So let's poop on over into Zoom. That's right, you don't need Geritol X-Lax. You just keep pooping on over into Zoom land over here. And we promise you, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a commercial, but you will be regular. Kit Kat.
Hey, Dan.
Nicely done on that with your lead and your harmonies. So I have to ask you too. Did you, I'm assuming, right, did you find that song a bit challenging, easy? What was your take on it?
I thought it was easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what I'm finding, Kit Kat, what I see interesting here is this kind of like this little thing where now Freddie said for him it was easy, right? But I think now, in your opinion, have you heard or are you hearing kind of the same thing I'm hearing where that particular song, and again, it's not to discredit the men, but it's more catered towards a female tone than it is a male tone. Does that sound, because the way I'm hearing it tonight so far, it's more appealing, I should say, right? And again, it's not to discredit the male vocals.
Oh, are you trying to get me in trouble?
No, I'm asking to be honest. I'm being honest. I'm just telling everybody like I hear it.
I think that everyone's song has been shining their vocals and their talents.
I agree with that.
Everybody's style.
It's a bit higher in the register, maybe.
And
maybe the men will have a harder time with it.
Well, they can change it in singsnap. They can lower it. But no, I think, in all honesty, I think it's like equal. I really do. I think the men have done. But well, you know, Elvis is a guy, and the song is really funny because when's the postman ever been that quick to get a letter back to you? First of all.
This is true. Are you talking back then in the 60s?
I just thought, yeah, I mean, my God, what do you do? Just take it next door. But anyways, no, I just think it's kind of equal down in my ears. So, but anyhow.
Well, I understand what you're saying, and I know, and I appreciate your honesty, right? And so and again, it's not about one being better than the other. That's not my point. My point is is
And
that
you know I don't do harmony on songs that much.
yeah,
I mean,
for the overall listening experience, the sensation or sensual aspect, I should probably put it that way, is that it's like doing Crazy by Patsy Cline. I'll give you that one, okay? And then you have, now there may be some male vocals that can pull that off, but it doesn't give the
I've
same...
heard awful male vocals do Crazy.
Yeah, but
so-
it doesn't give the same appeal as a woman performing that song. You see what I'm saying? So there is a difference, and it doesn't mean that it lessens the other person. It just means that certain songs fit certain genders better than they do others. And so it's not to discredit one's talent. It's just,
Right.
I think that certain songs appeal better when either a male sings it and or a female sings it. In this particular...
Well, I guess if you have to stick it, if you want to put it like that, I guess the girls are kind of, outshining the guys.
yeah, well, I'd be
just
easy.
because.
All right, relax, kick out. You're done. All right, you can shut up. That's it. Yeah.
Well, you
Girls
know,
rule, guys drool.
well, it,
Well, no, I'm not.
wow.
It's the appeal, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
You can
and
be
thanks
honest and
for
say
picking
that.
a big old 2-minute song, by the way.
Yeah.
In and out.
Right.
Yeah.
You can honestly say that some songs just fit one sex better than the others. It's just that simple. Like, there's no insulting there. It's just that's the way it is. Right. And to me, that's how it sounds. And overall, yes, I think that so far the female tone aspect of it, I think, has a different appeal than the male tone. But either way, though, Kit Kat, I thought you did a beautiful job with that
Well,
song
thanks.
right there.
You know.
And I might as well stick in here because right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to just jump right up to the top of the screen over there. And this is Judy, a.k.a. Eagles Flight, with her Not So Shiny. Because now Kat just kind of praised. I didn't want to praise
I know
the
you should
women,
praise
ladies
the
and
women, and
gentlemen.
now it's me. Good God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, Judy, I know you kind of like Elvis. So,
I like what he looks like. Mm-hmm.
well,
Yep.
I know that, but
Yeah, she like hunka melts.
was this your first time singing this particular song?
On SingSnap, yes.
Really?
But I
That's a
sing it in
shocker.
the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where
like the
else?
song. I
I
really
sing
like
it in
the
the
song.
shower.
Did I say that? I didn't say that, did I? In the car.
Sorry.
In the car.
All right, this
God.
show's taking a whole new direction, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get back into focus. All right, so Judy, here you is with your version of Return to Sender.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Bright and early next morning, he brought my letter back.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. No such song. We had a quarrel, a lover's spat. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So when I dropped it in the mailbox and sent it a special deed, bright and early next morning, it came right back to me.
She wrote upon it.
Return to sender. Address unknown. No such person. No such song. Well, this time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in his hand. And if it comes back the very next day, well then I'll understand. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. no such song. Oh, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's just poop right back over into Zoom because Judy, again, nice, smooth vocals and really
Thank you
nice
very much.
vibrato on that as well.
Thank you.
I mean, nicely done. And so it wasn't your first time singing it, but just actually recording and singing it on
Yeah.
SingSnap is what you're saying.
Yeah, first time, yes,
And
on recording.
And for you, I'm going to assume that your answer is it was relatively easy for you.
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
She even
was
curled her
feeling it.
lip a little bit.
oh yeah, she had the whole swag of Elvis going on.
I was trying to dance like him as he did on
Yeah.
video, and that wasn't working.
Yeah,
was
no, Elvis is tough to copy when it comes to that. It's like trying
He
to
is.
dance like him and Michael Jackson's like, I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta really work at it, right?
But
So
it was fun. I enjoyed that.
it is a good tune. It is a good
Yeah.
tune. And again,
Everybody
just
tonight is
to
just bringing it.
kind of reiterate this again, I don't want anybody getting upset, but it's really the sensuality of the woman. It's kind of like you're taking a Peggy Lee song or something like that, right? And then you have a male sing it. To me, it doesn't bring the same nostalgia as it does when the female sings it, and so that's the difference. And so you got to kind of approach songs and music and you're listening that way. Is that it's kind of like if you have a nice romantic song that's instrumentally played, and then say it just sounds so beautiful, maybe a piano, and then you introduce a trumpet to it or whatever. Maybe the piano has more of a relaxing, calming, sensual feel to it for that song. Then if you put in a different instrument, it doesn't have that sensual, relaxing appeal to it as much as the piano does. So we all have our own styles and ways, and our voices are instruments, and so our vocals can represent that sensuality, make that song different and make it more appealing as far as the sensuality goes. And that's the big takeaway from that too, is it's not putting down one person at all, because to Kat's point, 100% everybody who participated here tonight has done an amazing job, and I said that throughout the show, that they all brought their own uniqueness to it, that everybody's style, the way they sang it was absolutely amazing. And so that's what I take away from the show, but it's just that particular song. So Judy, nicely done.
Thank you, boss.
You are so welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more artiste here. All right. This gentleman here goes by Dan Pan, but we call him the Whisperer. Okay. And then I will announce next week's show event. I think you guys might like it. Okay. And then don't forget, the 21st, start gearing up. Find your favorite Elvis tune. All right, because that's all you will be able to submit is an Elvis song for that evening. And it must be an Elvis song by Elvis Presley. Probably going to get shut down after that. All the copyright stuff we get. But that's okay. We'll do it for one night. But ladies and gentlemen, here is Dan Pan, the Whisperer, okay? So let me find him in my beautiful screen. Here he is. All right, so Dan is going to close it out with his version of Return to Sender. Here he is.
Return to sender, return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman, he put it in his sack. Right early next morning, he brought my letter back. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. We had a quarrel, our love was bad. I write, I'm sorry, but my letter keeps coming back. So then I drop it in the mailbox and send it special D. Bright and early next morning, it came right back to me. Return to sender, address unknown. No such person, no such song. This time I'm gonna take it myself and put it right in her hand. And if it comes back the very next day, then I'll understand. Return to sender, address unknown. No such number, no such zone. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dan the Whisperer with his version of Return to Sender. And what I liked the way that Dan did that song was in that particular style and how he formatted that, he had a lot of clarity with that. And I honestly thought it would have been a little bit difficult, not only for Maggie, because she had to learn it, but maybe for Dan and Chad, right? But I thought that Dan really pulled that off nicely, and it sounded as if it flowed comfortably for him. And so I think that the way he did that really shined a lot of his uniqueness, number one. But number two, you were able to really hear the distinct sounds in the notes when Dan was singing that. But he brought it together nice. And again, it sounds totally different. You know, had I heard that song in the radio, it would have sounded like the way Dan wanted it to sound. And so to close with my thoughts for everybody, again, I thought everybody did an amazing job with this song. And for some, it may have been a little challenging. Now, here's the truth. So I personally have a difficult time singing that song. And that's why it's not on my page. Okay, you can look for it all night and day, but it's not going to be there. I've tried it and tried it. It was never a song that I've been comfortable with. And for whatever reason, that particular range, it's a mid-range, but it's right in the middle. And for whatever reason it is, now I'm sure, yeah, I could do it, but my point is that I did Elvis shows professionally. And the only way I could perform that particular song was the concert style, but it was kind of fast, right? And so to sing it the way you guys did, it's very difficult for me to do that, okay? So it just goes to show you that everybody has their own register, their own uniqueness in what they're comfortable doing. Leo, he did more of a power ballad type of song, right? But that's how Leo interprets it, and that's what Leo's comfortable doing. Then you had the harmonies, right? Then you had all of these other different aspects. And again, you can't really distinguish that stuff with the artist if everybody's doing a different song. It's so hard to separate that and hear it. But when you do one song, and then you have 20 people singing it, then you can hear it. And so I applaud all of you for putting forth the effort, participating in doing that, and I truly, from my heart, thank you for that, because I've always wanted to do that, and I know it would have been a little mundane, but I'm like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's get it done and out of the way with, and that's one we can knock off our block. So, with that being said, everybody, amazing, awesome jobs. And, yeah, we will entertain the battle of the sexes for members, vocally, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies, just in preparation, okay? Just understand that we as men apologize in advance for winning. Okay, I'm going to say it now, so just accept your loss, okay? Chalk it up. But when the challenge comes, accept it, okay? And just do it, all right? And you know, just be a man about it. Accept the challenge, okay? And don't shy away from it. But it'll be a fun challenge. That's what it's going to be. All right, so get that out of your head. Anyways, next week, okay, to really ramp things up for the 21st, for the Elvis only night. Next week, I don't think we've ever done this, but I really wanted to do something that's powerful, that's concerty. Now, this is going to be 60s or 70s concert songs. So you can pick any song you want, but it has to be concert song. So, for instance, if it's an Elvis concert song, a Led Zeppelin concert song, whatever, it's got to be a concert song. And it's going to have additions. So if it's a concert song, depending on your song that you chose, we may add like the little background of the audience in there for you and all that stuff, okay? So it's going to be cool. All right, we want to spice it up and juice up the features a little bit by adding these extras behind it, okay? So concert songs, ladies and gentlemen, 60s and 70s. Again, it can be any artist you want. From 1960 to 1979, not 1980 or 1959. 1960 to 1979, okay? It has to be within that range, because I think that those are probably the better concert years musically, in my opinion. Again, it could be any artist you want, folks, all right? But, yeah, just concert songs, the concert years, and again, they will have the added effects to them. So make it good. Pick your best concert song by your best single performer, band, whatever it is, all right? And don't forget, send it in by next Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also start working on your best Elvis cover for August 21st, because that is the Elvis only night that we do every single year. All right, ladies and gentlemen? And please, 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 we will be sending out, not bombarding, but sending you guys out some emails, a new updates, contests, different events we got coming up, all right? So it's going to get better moving forward, but we don't want to blast you guys with a bunch of stuff at once, all right? And we thank all of you for participating tonight. Thank you so much for being such great sports. And please, ladies and gentlemen, as always, all right, be kind to others. And most importantly, let's poop on over into Zoom and let these ladies say their good nights. Judy, Lois, and Kit Kat. Ladies, you all have a fabulous night, and thank you so much for
night, everybody.
participating.
Fantastic.
Thank you. That was great.
Excellent.
Really interesting evening.
And you were pretty good too, Dan. It was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's so kind of you to say.
Don't pat him on the back too
Yeah, he was okie dokie.
That was okie dokie.
It was okay.
much. He's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us here. I am Denny Cool, and of course, gang. So you guys all have an awesome weekend. Don't forget, check us out this Sunday, DCG Radio with Dr. Cool and Kit Kat from 5 to 8. Don't forget, if you want to send a request in of you and or somebody else, if you are a member, you can do that. Send that in now. We will see you guys Sunday. Have an awesome, awesome night.
Friday night and the show goes down. Everybody's coming from all around. Laughter singing through the summer air. DCG is friends that care. The guitar sing and the speakers play.